What's up, everyone? Happy Mental Monday. It's getting up early today. I'm going to hit you before work. I got one that I'm really excited about. I was actually going to do a different one this week. Within the last 2-3 days, a few things hit me, and I said I need to do this this week because it's on my mind. And sometimes when things are just on my mind, they come out best as opposed to me having to worry, come up with topics or get questions. And I did have a few questions, so I'm going to get to answer those, but I want to hit this one. So, 3 things happened. I'll tie them all together for you. Number one, I've seen this meme going around on Facebook. It says, loyalty is not gray, it's black or white. It says a few other things, but that's the gist of it. Okay? And then there's a song, Good Old Days, that I really love by Macklemore. And there's one line that's like, wow, it's really good. And it says, wish I wouldn't have to worry about what other people thought. Oh, and so I got the lyrics on the screen, and so it splits. And then the next line, and felt comfortable in myself. How did I not remember that? That's terrible. I should remember that. So, wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and been more comfortable in myself. And then loyalty is not gray, it's black and white. That's stupid. Okay, and so I'm going to tell you a whole bunch of reasons why, and this kind of ties into a topic I talked about a handful of weeks ago, which was picking good friends. And so loyalty is not loyalty is not gray, it's black and white. That's dumb. If you follow that philosophy in life, you're going to struggle. And for me, I don't bring this up a lot, but I never drank, I never smoked, I never did any drugs in high school, and that's a tough thing for a high school kid to choose, especially when you're surrounded by a bunch of people who do, because those are the people I hung out with. And I can't tell you how many times one of my stupid friends, they were not really close friends, right, said, oh, if you're really my friend, you'll drink this beer. Oh, if you're really my friend, you'll smoke the cigarette. And I was just looking like, okay, why are you so insecure that I have to do something you're doing to make it okay or to make it cool? I'm not going to do it. And the fact that you're trying to guilt me into or use some form of loyalty to make me do something I don't really want to do actually makes you significantly less my friend. And I also think you're an idiot. Okay? But for a lot of high school kids, they don't have the security in themselves to be willing to say that. And they feel those pressures. And that's just one. It could be many things, right? And so if all we're going by in that situation is loyalty of friendships, then I'm going to do something I don't really want to do just to appease my friends. And hey, sometimes that might be okay, right? Sometimes, especially if it goes along, right? We talked a couple weeks ago about picking friends that have the same value system, the same goals as you. So if it goes along with your value system goals, wow, that's cool, okay? But if it doesn't, if your friends are trying to make you do things that are negative towards your long-term goals or negative for your life, it's going to be really bad for you. Okay, I'll give you another great example. What about, we won't pick marriage, we'll say a boyfriend-girlfriend, okay? Boyfriend goes through some hard times. Girlfriend sticks with him. Fantastic. So now later on, girlfriend goes through some hard times. Now, loyalty would be the boyfriend sticking with their girlfriend. Fantastic, right? But what if those hard times continue? And what if that person becomes such a negative impact to your life that they're holding you back from achieving your true goals and maybe helping a lot of other people? Should you be loyal and stick with that person forever no matter what? No, absolutely not. Loyalty is gray. It is not black or white. If it's black or white and you stick with that person and now your life becomes miserable and you have a significantly lower quality of life, and frankly, if the only reason you stuck with that person is because your loyalty to them, you're going to hold a bitterness against them. And frankly, you guys are both going to be pretty damn miserable together for the rest of how long you stick together. And so loyalty shouldn't be your reason for sticking together. Now, let's talk about in a business sense, right? Say I have a vendor I've been doing business with, or a store I've been going to for a long time. And another store opens up down the road. That not only gives me, maybe they give me a better product, maybe they give me better prices, maybe both of them, okay? And the vendor I've been working with, or the business I've been working with, they do a crappy job. They don't work that hard. They're just kind of getting by because they don't have. Listen, this is a lot of companies in wrestling. A lot of them. There's starting to be more and more competition in wrestling, and these old companies that have never learned how to really compete for your business are really starting to struggle. And a company like Rudis, who comes out and they fight for your business, A company like Wrestlingmindset, who is innovative in what they're doing, they're going to start getting your business because they're working hard for it. So now the old company says, no, just stick with us. We've been with you forever. Be loyal to us. Why? Why would I be loyal to you when you're not putting your best foot forward? You're not putting your best effort in to give me what I want to get, right? Because I have high goals, I have high aspirations. And so if the only reason I would stick with you in that one would be loyalty, I'm kind of the idiot here. Because I'm getting worse service, worse product. For why? Just because of loyalty? Now, loyalty is important sometimes, right? It's important to have some foresight because, say you've been with the company for 10 years and the company down the road comes in and says, we want your business, we'll give you 50% off. And you have to be smart enough to realize, okay, well, they just want my business. I don't really know that they're that great. And obviously that 50% off deal isn't going to last forever. So, there's going to be a little honeymoon period. And then maybe they suck. And now am I going to be able to go back to the business I was with for 10 years? No, that's going to be pretty hard, right? Happens with boyfriends, girlfriends also, right? In high school, you've been dating someone for 9 months and the girlfriend down the road offers you a little better deal. So you jump over there and then you realize, oh, wait, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Sometimes it is, not always. Well, then they try to go back, but you already burnt that bridge. You can't go back. Well, now you're freaking left up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, okay? And so, hey, maybe that was a situation where loyalty would have benefited you. And so my overall point in this message is loyalty is an important characteristic, but it's absolutely not black and white. It's a very gray matter because if you're surrounding yourself with people who don't have the same goals and aspirations as yourself, and this is whether you're a kid, an adult, doesn't freaking matter. This is a whole life thing. Whether you're surrounding yourself with people who have poor aspirations and they're bringing you down, they're holding you back, they're making you negative, they're making you bitter. Loyalty is not a good enough reason to stick with them. It's just not. Okay? Loyalty should be one of the things that is considered in a decision, but it should not be the only decision. And then I'm gonna tell you. So I brought that quote again. Wish I wouldn't have to worry about what other people thought and been comfortable with myself. That's kind of what my tattoo's about. Oh, right there on my foot. It says, "Live free, be happy." Okay, so live free, be happy for me. And, I was always good at fighting peer pressure. Like I said, I never drank, never smoked, despite a lot of other people's attempts to get me to do so because of their own insecurities. I knew where I wanted to go. I wanted to be a great wrestler, so I wanted to do my whole life. And so live free, be happy is living free from everything else, right? And a lot of people in your life will want to have an impact on you. Some of them positive, and some of them you're going to let into your life because they're going to have a really positive impact. Some of them need to fight out, right? But then there's a lot of people who go along with whatever the mainstream tells us or whatever, I'm blanking on the word I need to use right now. Anyways, whatever we're supposed to do because that's what society tells us, as opposed to just doing whatever's best for us or whatever we want to do. And I'll give you a great example for myself. I barely ever wear shoes. People think it's weird. People think it's goofy. But listen, I don't like wearing shoes. And it doesn't hurt anybody. So I'm not going to wear shoes. Not a big deal. But a lot of people find that weird or disgusting or whatever. Listen, it doesn't hurt anybody. I don't want to wear shoes. I'm just not going to wear them. That's living free from society's expectations of myself. Okay? I drove a Prius for 11 years. That was a piece of crap. I'm still kind of driving it. Despite the fact that I could have bought a nicer car because I didn't care. Society's expectation was for me to buy a nicer car. I didn't care. I liked my Prius. I wanted to keep driving it. And so live free, be happy is all about being able to make decisions free from peer pressure, free from what society wants you to do. That's going to be most beneficial for you, those who care about you, those who are around you, and that's what's really important. So all those three things tied together. The whole message for today should be loyalty, doing things for others, not black and white. Absolutely isn't. If you think it is, you're going to live a very, very, very strange life. It would kind of be like that movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey. That's kind of what it would be like. Very strange existence. And so, loyalty is gray. You got to learn to say no sometimes, especially when people's expectations and their realities and their values, they don't go congruent to yours. You need to do what you need to do. You need to set a goal. You need to not be scared to tell people, that's my goal. That's what I want to do. That's why I'm making sacrifices. That's why I'm not necessarily going to be like you. Ha ha ha. Funny, Amy. Well, I'm very loyal in marriage. And, the expectation of marriage is that once you make a commitment, you are committed for life. That being said, obviously there are marriages, not all of them, not as many as 50% like in America. There are marriages that probably should be left because they're very damaging to one person or the other. Not mine. Mine's fantastic. Amy gives me everything I want, right? Yes, John, I agree. The second chapter of Jordan Peterson's book was it was really mind-blowing for me. Treat yourself as if you are someone you are responsible for helping. Great chapter. So that's it. Loyalty is great. If anyone tries telling you otherwise, they're probably cheating you in some way, shape, or form. Don't trust them. If they're saying the only reason I've helped you, you need to be with me forever, don't trust them. They ain't going to be good for you. If they can tell you something reason, trust me, and this is why I'm going to help you achieve your goals because of X, Y, and Z, well, now you should probably trust them. Probably should go with them, right? And so there should be a certain amount of loyalty. It should be factored into your decision-making. But if it's the only thing involved in your decision-making, you're leaving a lot on the table, and you need to consider a new process. So that's all I got for you. I think that's a really important message. I think not enough people do that. I don't think enough people live free and be happy, like my foot says. And I think more people need to listen to that Macklemore song, Good Old Days. It's a really good song. That's all I got. Mental Monday. Have a great day. Peace.